Welcome or welcome back to Sapling Tarot. My name is Imogen. Today I'm doing my loot drop. Picture the scene. We're in a forest. A mystical, magical forest. You've just beaten me in combat, more likely than you'd believe. I've died. You've picked up my satchel. What goodies do you get? What loot have I dropped? This is the fab tag that has been brought over to YouTube by, fuck me, I can't remember her name, Dawn Michelle. My god, my brain. I also saw it on Black and the Moon's Instagram, Claire Goodchild, and I think this is so much fun. I've done a couple of, so I did like a proper kind of classic what's in my bag video a couple of months ago, and then more recently, as in like last week, more recently, in my little kind of market vlog thing, I showed you what's in my like actual backpack when I'm moving around the world. So this is leaning a little bit more into the fantastical, a little bit more into the kind of video game worlds that I like to inhabit. There will be some real life thrown in there because I'm a real person. Yeah, this is a more kind of like fun take on that kind of content. So I hope you will join me as we peruse my tarot loot drop. So first I will do the tarot portion of this this video, which is presumably why most of you would be here, and then we'll get on to the trinkets. So I would have whatever tarot deck I'm working with at the moment. For me this month, or kind of in Libra season, I'm working with the Enchanted Tarot by Amy Zerner and Monty Faber. I have it in order because this was I've been using it for like working on a project. It's all very fantastical. It feels very Libra to me in the sort of like highly detailed, very like pretty nature of it. But it also works really well for this. I think because there is something kind of magical, mystical, enchanted, some might even say. This is the 25th anniversary edition. I got it secondhand off eBay in the last couple of months after seeing it on Kelly Bear's channel, I think, and I'm really enjoying working with it. So this would be the first bit of tarot loot that I would drop. Next little bit of tarot loot, we have the Teeny Tiny Tarot by Holly Audley, the perfect little companion to any tarot journey. It's like, I don't know, sort of like Pips with Feelings, but it's very minimal. It's like, it's a good colour palette, I think, for the kind of magical woodland character I would be. I think this works really well. It's also obviously pocket sized, and so it fits really nicely in a little satchel. What more do I have to say about this? Nothing really. It's a little bit creepy, a little bit bones and eyeballs and stuff, but it's got an extra card mixed in. But yeah, I think it's super cool and very like seasonally appropriate too. I should definitely get this one out more. Wonderful. That's so cute. So sticking with the Holly Audley vibes, I have the mini Divi Ghost, which again, we're going very seasonally appropriate. It is now October, or it will be by the time you see this, and I'm fully leaning into the season. We've got Ghost Phone. Will you answer the call? Now's not the time to lose your head, it's time to plan. They're so cute. I would love to collect more of these. I don't know how easy they are to get a hold of in the UK. If anyone knows a stockist, do let me know. Vinted or eBay or something with the Teeny Tiny Tarot. I don't know, last year or something. They're super cute. I think they're really fun. I don't use them a ton, but yeah, definitely want to have them out, and makes total sense to have in my inventory for this season. So briefly back to tarot for the final deck. Again, we're just doing pocket decks now. really love this little pocket cloth. It's so useful. I use it a lot for kind of like colour studies and for if I just want to pull like a single card. I find this lost better than like a Smith Waite or I don't know, something like another kind of pip deck. I think it's like it's the perfect size to have around with to have like to carry around with you. I try to limit what I carry around with me for the sake of my poor back. But were we in an adventure game where that kind of thing wasn't being taken into consideration, this is another deck that I would have with me. And also it feels like there is so much kind of magic and power imbued in these cards. I feel like you could do any kind of magic spell you needed by pulling one of these or a couple of these to match your intention. So little pocket thought. I also just like saying pocket thought. It doesn't work if you say thoth. Sorry. Unless you say pocket thoth. I'm not that posh. Speaking of decks for like magic purposes or that feel like they would be useful in a spell, how could we miss magical guidance cards? I mean, you'd take these on any adventure, wouldn't you? So you've got kind of like keywords, instructions, the things on the back, stuff to work with, and then, you know, room to add your own thing. But then there's also these just gloriously dark, moody, powerful photographs. I know Anna's talked about how every one of these cards is a spell, and a spell went into making or taking every one of these photographs. And I fucking believe it. There's something so powerful and magical in every single one of these images. And I think this would be a real boon to have on your little magical you beat me in combat, you get my very worn, very loved magical guidance card. Final deck, and then we are on to the other trinkets and paraphernalia playing cards. These are the Incoat playing cards by Rachel Liu. Fucking weird. I think they're beautiful. They're a little bit hard to read, but I think they are. I mean, I would like to be playing some card games with people on the road. You know, that would probably be a better way for me to be trying to like fight people than actual like using a melee weapon or, God forbid, like a ranged weapon. I'm always a ranged weapon person in games. In real life, no. I was quite good at archery the one time I did it. I've only had one opportunity to do it. Yeah, so I think I would rather make my way through a gaming world with playing cards and winning that way. I mean, that suggests I'm good at games with playing cards. I'm not. I'd probably be better at this than I would be in a fight, unless magic. But yeah, I love these playing cards. They're super good because they confuse your opponent, because there is no rhyme or reason to which cards are black and which cards are white. It's just, you know, the wow, there's jokers. That's why there's 2 backwards cards in the pack. So, you know, sabotage and trickery in the cards. You beat me. You get all the magical cards. How many decks is that? 1, 2, 6 decks. That is more than I thought. But now we're on to the trinkets, which arguably, when I've been watching these videos, I want to see people's things. I love decks. Obviously, I love decks. I wouldn't be here if I didn't love decks. I really hope that you can tell that I'm saying decks and not anything else. Vowels are out to get me today. But I like seeing other people's things. So this is the rest of what would be in my, you know, infinitely capacious satchel. We're just going to go from earplugs, magical earplugs for drowning out the cacophony of the forest, or marketplaces, or sword fighting tournaments. These are super useful for, you know, just protecting you from the sensory onslaught that is the outside world. These are the Loop brand ones. If you're like me, you probably get advertised these all the time. My algorithm knows that I'm neurodivergent, and it's just like, can we help you with this? It's like, yes, I have a pair already. I've bought them for all my family. You can stop advertising them to me now. On the neurodivergence of it all, we have these lovely prayer beads. These are made of olive wood. They are the best fidget toy I've come across. Fluffy. I struggle a bit with some of the more plasticky things just from like a sensory perspective, and so having wooden beads is really useful. They feel very powerful and magical, and they're broken up into sections with the little like small beads. And yeah, I fiddle with these. I use them when I do like, you know, kind of meditative mindfulnessy type things. If I was actually genuinely living in a game, unless it was like the coziest of cozy games, I would probably be stressed, because I'm just stressed all the time. So these would be essential. Staying on the fidget toy or fidget item thing, we've got this lovely piece of supposedly citrine. I'm not entirely sure. It's just lovely. It's a lovely shape. It's got a little imperfection in the back that makes it extra good for fiddling with, and then it's got this Icelandic runic compass, if I could say, etched into the front, which again, the front, the top, one of the sides. Who's to say whether it's the top? And then like painted gold, and so it looks really cute and fancy and magic, but also it's just like the perfect kind of palm stone fiddly size. So this is all of the like the cute accessibility tokens that you can hope to win by beating me in combat. Oh, and the last thing like that is this is the decision coin from the Heartwood Tarot. And it's so cute. I love the mouse in the Heartwood Tarot so much. I haven't been able to use the deck an awful lot since I got it because I found it like just too emotional. But this is already like a firm favourite. It sits with all my like special things, and it's a really nice like tactile experience to have it. I can't like flick a coin for the life of me, and I mean especially for something this big, but I just think it's really cute. I love it so much. Also, it doesn't like, please tell me you know what I mean. It doesn't make my hands smell. It doesn't smell bad. It's metal, but it's not like sweaty metal. It just like feels nice in your hands and doesn't make anything smell bad. Cool. So while we're on the like the human thing, we have the other side of my like human experience. I used to play Neopets, and as an adult who has struggled with like digestive stuff and whatever, I remember my Neopets used to get a condition called bloaty belly. So I say that I suffer from bloaty belly, and so you would get a potion in tablet form, a potion of like bloat be gone, and get some of these bad boys in like a nice little potion, and then you get the sad banishes, the potion of banishing sadness. Essentials. Going back to more like thematically relevant, you would also get a cute little hawthorn tincture or something similar like it. Potions of healing and wellness and stuff. Probably something like this from Napier's. So you get a nice little potion to add to your little potion stash. Sure. And then kind of drifting more into the sort of like self-care-y thing. I've got a nice little perfume woodsy. It's basically just pencil shavings and so cedar and juniper and maybe like vetiver or something. So it's all very green and foresty. Everything's very green and foresty today anyway. I generally can't stick to an aesthetic, but that's probably the closest I would come. And then also just like a little lipstick. This is a brown one. We're really going all out with trying to fit an aesthetic, and like a sheer brown nudie kind of colour. I do love a bit of makeup. You may have seen my eyeshadow palettes video. I like it as like an autistic special interest. It's real intense. It's kind of lessened off a bit now, particularly since like really thinking about boycotting and thinking about the kind of brands that I want to be supporting and all that kind of stuff. But still a great love in my life. All the perfumes and makeup. So like the smelly liquids and the glittery powders and face goops, all of that kind of stuff. I loves it. All of the kind of glamour magic, potiony stuff. So we've got some of that. We've got these little signet rings. These are pewter signet rings. They aren't like historic or anything. I just bought them for myself because you can do that. But they are like significant to me in terms of like ancestral stuff. I'm like kind of working through that, but they feel really magic. They're quite like heavy, particularly this one. This one's a chunky little boy. But yeah, so you know, if you need to be sending any letters and making sure that no one else is reading them, these are also like charmed magically so that, you know, for like luck and prosperity for the wearer. So these are lovely and often on my person. And then speaking of, we also have a candle. We have a candle, a lighter, you know, so you can, you know, set light to the bottom of the candle, do your little wax seal, stamp it, gorgeous, or you've got a spell candle. I like these black beeswax ones. It's kind of a bit, I don't know, denatured, old. I don't know how long I've had this for. Still smells good, but yeah, it's a goodie. Gotta make sure you got your spell candles around. I say that, do what you like. I just like candles. And then lighter or matches or whatever. I have this one because it's cute and it was designed by a friend of mine. Where are we going next? Note taking. Magical green ink or diamine green umber. It's up to you if you want to call it magical green ink or by its proper name. This is this colour because I made little swatches to go on my ink bottles. I love this colour. It's like the perfect not too in your face green, so you can kind of write normally and it looks fine rather than it just being like, ooh, I'm writing in green ink. Yeah, it just looks really normal. So yeah, and then what we're gonna write it with. This is where my fantasy self comes in because I'm going to show you my glass dip pen, which truthfully, if we were out on an adventure, I would not be using this, mostly because it would break, but also because I still haven't quite got to grips with using this and like not cutting my paper. So really, I use this pen, this dip pen, by Sailor, the Fude, like bent nib, lol. But that's not as pretty, so we're going to pretend that I would use this ink with this pen and that I'm all like, you know, beautiful and elegant and all that kind of stuff. If you're making notes in my journal, you've seen this a million times. This is my actual journal. I'm not dicking around with this one. This is yeah, my actual journal. It's Wishlist. This is my actual journal. I don't have a prettier version to show you. This is just my actual real life thing. So yeah, I would definitely be carrying this around. I would also be carrying my phone because we may be in a magical mystical land. I'm still from 2024, so I do need that in order to remind me to do the things that I need to do. Speaking of books, etc., I would also have at least one with me, whatever would fit in my little satchel. This is my one at the moment. Got this recently from Argonaut Books in Edinburgh, Leith. It's fab. I want these ones. I'm very, very excited about this. It's like a perfect sort of pocket size, well, satchel size little edition, and I'm very happy about it. We are getting into the much more kind of trinkety business now. We have a little pouch of goodies. We have an extra spoon because you never know when you might need one. I do also always carry one with me on here. But you know, gotta save your spoons. Gotta keep an extra spoon. We've also got some sea glass because this is my. I mean, I just think they're lovely and delicious, and more kind of tactile good stuff. And then also this is just lost a bit of sea glass, and this is like a very very old amulet from when I was, geez, maybe in like primary school or something. Basically, lost all of its colour now, but very old, very precious to me. I would have this on me, either physically or in my satchel. There would also inevitably be like sticks and forest bits, which, you know, you could use for spell work. You could do whatever you like with them. You could throw them away. I would be sad, but I would also be dead. So You can do what you want. I think they're cool. And then we're in the home stretch of the essentials. Now, if we're in the woods, we must have a kniff for, all reasons. These are my favourites. I like this one for cutting fruit, and this one because it looks pretty. So the Spanish one, I can't remember what the wood is. It's Opinel. They're really good, and they're like not scary expensive. This one needs a sharpen, but yeah. So you'd have those. Those are very important. I hope you would look after them. And then last of all, we'd have some snacks. This is what I'm currently eating. This is chocolate covered biscuits of some description. They have a little man on them. But there would be various snacks and sundries. If you saw my market video, you saw the millions and millions of hula hoops and various snacks. I would like to believe that there would be something healthier. I just don't have anything on me right now that I could use to show you something that would be more filling and substantial. So instead you've got little biscuits with men on them. Yum, 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 yum. There you have it. My tarot loot drop. Well, this is the loot drop. There's your tarot. So yeah, that's just a bit of a random mixture of stuff, but it's what would be on my person should we stumble across each other in some mystical world. I hope you enjoyed this, random as it may be. If you did enjoy it, you could give it a little like, thumbs up. You could even consider subscribing if that feels good to you. I hope you're taking really good care of yourself, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.